Rockin', rollin'. This is it. Dan Soder, I'm going to lay something on you right now. You're not going to see this coming.
All right, cut a promo, dude. Let it go. What's up?
Welcome to No Laugh Track Podcast here at Acme, episode 450.
Yeah.
450.
The number that everyone cares about. Fuck 500. 450 is cooler than you.
That's 500. Right. Who can predict 500? We're at 450
450
right.
is impressive.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
How many times have I been on here? 3?
4 if we count today. If we count the 45 seconds we're in so far today,
yeah,
this will be
counts.
4. Yeah.
Count it. Over a minute of podcasting counts.
Exactly.
That's how all these people juice their numbers.
I can tell you that the last time, when's the last time you were here, Dan Soder?
2019, I feel like 2018.
You're lying to me right now.
Fall of 2018?
Correct. September 2018. Before that, we did this July 2017. Before that, August 2015.
All right.
This is your life.
Yeah, dude, bring it back. Let's run it back. What were we talking about in August 2015? You have the rundown? You have the sheet?
I cut that off. I actually kind of have it here.
Wait, really?
Dan joins us this weekend for a special. Oh, Saturday. We did a Saturday the first time you were here. Wow, we never do that anymore.
Damn.
Wow.
Shows you how far we've come. Here we are on a Friday.
Look out.
We have really moved.
So, welcome back.
Yeah, good to see you.
I was here last night for the show. It was fantastic.
Thanks.
Really, really funny. I left as soon as the show was done, got home, checked my phone, and had a message from Brandon saying, hey, you left your credit card here.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll come back when I'm podcasting tomorrow. That was a fun show. That lady heckling was like out of nowhere. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
That's when you know someone's drunk. Like, there's the difference between being offended at a joke and heckling and just being so fucking drunk that you're like, my turn, now I talk. It's weird. I've never understood people that are like, I want to get hammered and then sit in a dark room and listen.
And there was I'm thinking back, there was nothing really that, should have triggered her participation.
No, I have a joke where I refer to white people bleeding mayonnaise, and she felt the need to talk about mayonnaise 7 minutes later. So that made sense. You're like, dude, something's skipping. I think the internet's broken in this place. She's coming in choppy. She's coming in talking about shit that I've already addressed.
Yeah, she had her own mayonnaise agenda. She was pushing us.
It's the way to describe it is it's just like the way that she felt everyone wanted to hear what she had to say was actually impressive.
Yes.
It's like, I'm Hellman's mayonnaise. You're like, dude, lady. But she's a terrible coworker. That like drunk moment shows you that there's people that like she walks by their cubicle and they just shudder.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, this fucking bitch.
Yeah. The eye rolls.
Yeah, because she's like, actually, guys, I don't know who's putting the recycling in the wrong place. And you're like, yeah, okay. We're not making that much money to worry about that. Like, she really makes it all about her. Guys, I actually organized the refrigerator.
Yes.
In the break room. And you're like, no one asked you to, dude.
There's some ranch in there it says 2011. Either drink it, put it on your salad, or throw it out.
She's the kind of fan that after a show comes up and tells you why she likes Billions. And I'm like, cool, dog. She'll just walk up and be like, okay. She reminds me of this girl. One time I went to this party, and this lady walked up to me, and she was like, my husband works in finance, and he says your show is nothing like it. And I was like, what? Okay. Why the fuck do you feel it necessary to tell a peripheral character on a cable show that the premise of the show is wrong? You think I'm going to fix it? Old 14th on the call sheet? You think I'm fucking walking in and telling them the...
I'm recurring role, all right? I'm trying
to get health insurance. Shut the fuck up. I don't know any of that stuff. They give me stuff to say, and I go say it.
Here. My husband has dialogue for your next episode.
What you should do is that's always funny when they tell you what you should do on the show. You know what you should do on Billions? You should do this. And you're like, dude, no, I don't know, whatever. I just want to steal more of their fancy masks. They had the best masks. And I
bet.
Yeah, they had these like ones. They would provide 2 every time you shot, and I'd just take them and put them in my backpack and be like, there are no masks. I get 2 more. And, be like, and then, dude, when my girlfriend and I would fly, they were called like the Queen Comforts. They're like these dude, I swear to God, they're like N95 king-size beds.
It's like stealing the fancy sheets from a hotel, right?
100%. It felt so good. And then I ran out of them.
You can't get these pillowcases anywhere.
I ran out of them, and my agent was like, hey, Billions got renewed for season 7. And I was like, all right, just give me 1 episode. I need some masks. If I'm traveling as much as I do, I need more of these fancy masks.
Hilarious. Well, congrats on that renewal.
Oh, yeah. I
saw that.
It
just happened recently, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it means for me.
You know,
Damien, Bobby Axelrod, the character, spoiler alert, Axe leaves the show. He's in the show, he leaves after season 5. So me and Dollar Bill, the other character, leave kind of with him ceremoniously. Not like with him, but, because he's gone. So we popped up in a couple times in season 6. I don't know what's going to happen in season 7.
I need to. I don't currently have Showtime. It has so much good stuff I want to watch right now. They
got a lot of good stuff.
The Bill Cosby deal.
Yeah,
have you watched it yet?
I haven't watched that. I watched Yellow Jackets.
I want to,
but I need to watch the Bill Cosby doc.
Desus and Mero.
Yeah, they got a lot of good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could come by as a Showtime rep. Really plug the show.
Do you have a promo code or anything?
Yeah. Guys, sign up with SODZ. That's SODZ. Sign up and get 5% off. They don't even give me a good discount. They're like, I don't know, I'll give you 5%.
4.5.
Yeah, there you go. Try to convince people.
So, are you freely, like, what are you doing after shows these days when you're out on the road? You immediately go hide in the hotel room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play Nintendo Switch. I watch shows. I don't know. Ever since I quit drinking, and COVID, I think COVID was a real weird shift where it was just after shows, you're like, all right, I'll probably,
Right.
I've never been good at the after show, especially ever since I stopped drinking, because I think when you're drinking, it's more like, hey, this fucking guy. But when you're not drinking, you're like, hey, the restaurant that is the last restaurant that delivers closes in 15 minutes. Like, I'd love to take a picture. But I also love meeting people. So I think the thing, I've talked to Jay about this on the Bonfire. I think the recipe is you just like wait backstage for like 15 minutes, then you come and see, because whoever's going to leave is going to leave, and whoever's going to stick around is going to stick around, and you say what's up to the stragglers and the people that want to stick around, and I think that's a great way of doing it, because then it's like the people who are like, yeah, I wouldn't mind waiting 15 minutes to meet them.
Yeah, I like that.
Say what's up.
I like that. What's her name? Did we ever catch her name from the audience last night?
No, don't care.
She didn't. She didn't stick around and have a chat.
Don't give a shit. If I would have seen her, probably would have flipped her off. That's kind of my new thing, is to flip people off.
Yeah?
Yeah, if I don't like them at the show and I see them, I'll just be like that. And it takes them like 5 seconds to digest it. Because they're like, what? And you're like, right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Has there been any repercussions from that?
What are you talking about? Or a guy will be like, fuck you too. And you're just like, a wave and a flip off? It works.
Nice.
I think it's effective. I don't know, man. I was actually talking to Jeffrey about this today, but Jeffrey Asmus, go watch him. I'll go right down barrel. Go check him out. He's featuring for me all weekend. He's fucking hilarious.
Yes, I'd never seen him before.
He's great
last night.
He's
really
very
good.
Great. Yeah. But I was telling him, like, I forgot the point I was going to make because I was plugging him. Isn't weed a motherfucker? But before that we were talking about. I think we pander to I think we've been playing to the dumbest person in the room for too long. And we're starting to see it turn its ugly head. Like, I think...
Interesting.
Yeah, by like commercials and television shows and movies, playing to the dumbest person in the room has made everyone dumber by proxy. Because everyone's just being like, okay. All right, that's why you see so many frustrated people. Because I think people are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. But
I agree with that.
But they're being treated dumb. It's for dumb people.
Dumb
people thrive on social media because they're not overthinking.
It's immediately what's popping in my head is the social media aspect.
It's just social media rewards the dumb people that are like, hey, I put firecrackers on my dick. And everyone's like, wow, retweet. But a guy that's like, hey man, I was pretty bummed today, and I think I'm gonna try to read a book or do something. They're like, boring, later loser, and you're like, you should probably listen to that guy because I think we all went through a heavy shit. We all just went through a virus that spread through the world.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck your take on the virus.
Right.
A virus hit at once, everybody, and still we were like, fuck you. I know what I'm talking. It just sucked.
We still had a person get rich and famous from farts online.
Oh, more than ever.
Right?
You mean millionaires were crowned in the pandemic by being like, hey guys, I'm gonna eat some chili powder, and then my dog's gonna watch me take a piss. Just stuff that means nothing.
Yeah.
Not even like kind of entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why like, Jackass now is met with like this reverence, this artistic reverence,
right?
where they're like, good production value. They really put a lot of thought into this, because now we're looking at like this weird mutated version of just people brain diarrhea and everyone's like, yeah,
They've
crazy.
brought back the masters.
Yeah, man.
Let's show some respect.
Yeah, show some respect to Jackass. Always fun. Always a goddamn fun time. But it, I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think it just kind of is like maybe comedy that I like isn't popular right now. I don't know. That's like the kind of the thing. Like I think it is though. All my friends that I really like that are comics are doing very well. Everyone's doing very well, which makes me think we're in a bubble. And it makes me think. My friend last night who came to the show, we were talking about comedy outside, and he was like, "Kind of feels like they used to describe the late '80s when they would talk about like people were doing comedy that shouldn't have been doing comedy.
There's too much, too many,
too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's oversaturated.
Yeah."
So you're seeing people with rolled ups, like, the TikTokers are now like the people that would do like a Jack Nicholson impression.
So
like the same way we make fun of people that were like, and I think you would go a little something like this. That's like the new like TikTok dance, or as I call it, America's haka. Fucking sucks, dude.
Do you remember? So last time you were here, we talked about Cameo. Like people were just starting to get on Cameo.
Yeah, that got to be a bummer.
And you mentioned to me, you were like, somebody just reached out to me, and I said, there's no freaking way. And one of the reasons you said is because they addressed you and they said, Dan, you should do this. You're gonna crush it.
Yeah.
And you read that, you're like, I don't freaking crush anything. Don't tell me I'm gonna crush it. I'm not crushing anything.
I'll tell you exactly what I crush: candy after shows. Not the game, actual candy.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking crush. I crush naps. Yeah, man. It's you can pimp out your whole entire existence now if you want to, which is pretty wild. You can pimp yourself out completely.
Oh, yeah.
And then be left with nothing. And then when you're just like, when there's nothing left, everyone's like, why don't you do anything? I sold it all.
Yeah, right? So, I know you're a big 49ers fan.
Fuck yeah.
Obviously.
Go Niners.
I was raised as a Vikings fan. And this is
got you in the regular season. That was when we started taking our turn.
Oh, that's right. So this is going to tie into me bringing up Cameo. So, anyways, last time you were like, I would never do that.
I'll do a cameo for the 49ers. I'll set it right now. That's how big of a fan I am. I'll fucking cameo. Whoever wants a cameo on the 49ers.
Do you know the name Tommy Kramer? The
No.
former Vikings quarterback from the 80s. Said late 70s, early 80s. His nickname was 2-Minute Tommy.
Okay.
He was known for like the late game comebacks.
Okay. I was sorry. In my world, late game comebacks were number 16, Joe Montana.
Well, of course they were.
2-Minute Tommy didn't breach
Fair enough.
my childhood knowledge of Montana just fucking up everybody.
Fair enough, and I'm not surprised that he's not on your radar. But here's the deal with Tommy Kramer. So he's, he's I don't know, 60 probably years old, or he played in the early 80s.
Sure.
He's still around, but those guys didn't make the money that they do now.
No, man, they made like teacher salaries.
Yeah, right. So what Tommy Kramer does now is you can hire him to show up to any of your events.
DJ Lou Witzke did this. Our fucking producer on the Bonfire with
Bonfire.
Doc Gooden.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Doc Gooden just show up.
He's doing it too?
Yeah, he's had Doc Gooden come and have a toss with Lou. No, he just like showed up at the barbecue and ate, and then Lou and his family were like, "Hey, Doc Gooden,
Get out of here.
what's up, buddy?" And he was like, "Hey, what's up, Witzkes? I heard the Witzkes are throwing a party." Yeah, If I were that, I would have to come in with a big statement like that. Did somebody say call the doc? We're the hamburgers.
Yeah, right.
That's how I would move towards it.
Brought my own mustard.
But so, have you hired him?
No, but here's the thing.
He's here right now.
Come on out, TK.
2 minute Tommy just slugs me for all the shit I was like, fuck Joe Montana, fucking that loser.
Montana ate my lunch.
He's like, you soft pussy, I still got a right cross.
So this is would Joe Montana, would your hero ever do this for so the Super Bowl was just last Sunday.
Yeah.
For I don't know how they decide how much you're charged, but it's between $100 and $175. You could go watch the Super Bowl with Tommy Kramer and another former Viking at his house in Minnesota.
That bums me out.
So here's the pitch. Come hang out with Tommy Kramer and Ed McDaniel at Tommy's house and watch the big game on the 13th. Food and drinks will be provided. Bring your own beer is recommended and encouraged. And then here's what you get with your money. You get to watch the Super Bowl with those two players, former players. You get one I Partied with Tommy t-shirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Somehow that makes it worse. Somehow the I Partied with Tommy t-shirt makes it worse.
You get
that at one point in his day he was stressed about getting those. He's like, hey, Tina, where are those I Partied with Tommy t-shirts? He's like, I got to pick them up. Yeah, pick them up at the shirt place.
You can get it signed or unsigned, I would assume. Not only do you get that, Dan Soder, you also get one bottle of Tommy Kramer wine.
Nice, dude. Going the Drew Bledsoe route.
And you get unlimited use of the Packers urinal. What's the Packers urinal, you're wondering?
Yeah,
I've seen pictures of the Packers urinal. They literally have, like the boys' room in a school.
Sure.
They have a urinal that they painted Green Bay Packer yellow.
Yeah.
And then there's a Packer logo, right?
And
like
you piss on it.
You aim on it.
At Tommy's house.
At his house.
That's commitment.
Right?
That's commitment. That's when rivalries were rivalries. When guys were getting no money and they still hated another team.
Yeah, right?
Because now you see it in the NFL, they're getting paid so much, it's such a delicate business, they kind of cheer for each other.
Oh, God.
They're
kinda.
Like, man, I hope he has a great Super Bowl. And in the 70s, they're like, I'll fuck his wife.
Yeah.
Let him get near me.
Yeah.
I'll kill him.
I hope his head falls
I tried
off.
to gouge his eye out with my thumb. That's why what's funny is Dick Butkus just joined Twitter.
Yes.
And all he does is troll Packers fans. And you're like, that's awesome. I don't care if it's a social media coordinator that's doing it. Whoever's doing
Probably is, but
very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny to come on there and be like, fuck Aaron Rodgers. And you're like, oh, dude, he hates the Packers. Legitimately hates the Packers.
It's like, where have you been holding this in for so long?
I love that.
The other thing I wanted to bring up to you is, like, going back just a couple minutes here, what you're talking about, like all these different kinds of comedy. And here's I looked up going back to Cameo.
Sure.
And comedians is one of the categories.
Yeah, we went through it on the Bonfire to be brokenhearted to see who was on there, but that was years ago.
Okay.
So I can't imagine who's signed up now.
Just the categories of underneath the subcategories.
Subcategories,
Dan Soder.
Right.
Improv and sketch.
Okay.
Late night. Musical comedy. Roasts. Saturday Night Live. And then something called stand-up. And then Twitter comedians. Twitter comedians have their own subcategory.
Who's on SNL that's doing it? Name the SNL cast members.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to.
It's modern day cameos starring.
I'll have to delve into that here.
Yeah, just click on it.
I will. I heard while I'm doing that, I was listening to some episodes of the Bonfire recently.
Yeah, shout out the Bonfire, crackle, crackle.
Crackle, it's so good.
Go download the podcast or go get SiriusXM. Big J Okerson and I, Monday through Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
I have both. I listen to the podcast and I have SiriusXM.
Thank you very much.
That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate it. Thank you for feeding Myrtle, my dog.
You're welcome. I also, for the record, don't have the. I got tricked. I thought when I was signing up for Sirius, I thought I was still getting the Howard Stern stations for the great price I got. Then I went back in my car, gone.
Duh.
Yeah. They added a tier and didn't tell me.
I'm more for the working man than I am a company man. Sirius, you better make that right.
I mean, come on.
Come on, dude. I'm sick of watching good men get screwed.
All right, we're going to look up Saturday Night Live here.
It's Saturday Night Live, the after years. This is when it gets sad. Cameos from Chris Kattan. That's my first guess.
I don't
Schneider?
think you're wrong there. Oh, So
I'm gonna probably be right on a couple of these.
the first one I see here is Sherry O'Terry.
Sherry O'Terry. You tell it to me, and I'll say it like Don Pardo.
These aren't even people. What? Robin Duke.
Robin Duke featuring. Yeah, that's a feature player.
Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo. Dude, the funniest thing that I read about Joe Piscopo was I read that book Live from New York, and they were talking about the Frank Sinatra impression, and they said Joe Piscopo like really like Daniel Day-Lewis'd it.
Oh, I am Frank.
Yeah, like they would write sketches, and he'd be like, Frank wouldn't say that. And then,
jeez.
you know, they interview everybody, and they like interview Piscopo, and then they were talking about Phil Hartman's Frank Sinatra, and Piscopo was like, the family hated it. But you watch it, and it's the funniest. Dude, DeRosa was showing me and Big J the McLaughlin group takeoff.
Yes.
The Sinatra group, and it's up there. It's so fucking funny.
I got chunks bigger than you in my stool.
Yeah, that's when he's talking to Billy Idol. That's so funny. Contempt for the audience. Why look at you? You're snarling your lip. You got contempt for the audience. That's what killed Dennis Day's career. It's so funny. It's so funny. And he's like, Frank, that was so disrespectful to Frank. I was like, well, it was the funniest. That's where I feel like we're at right now. I feel like we're kind of back there where everyone's like, if you do a sketch about someone, kind of tongue in cheek, but don't hurt their feelings. It's like, all right, just be funny, I guess.
Yeah. That's a tricky. How much do you think John Lovitz is charging?
Not enough. No, that was my shitty attempt at a John Lovitz.
Oh,
$100.
worst movie ever.
Yeah. I'll tell you, not enough. No, I just sound like, I don't know. That's not even a good Lovitz. How much?
150.
150.
Yeah.
I would get that. He's got some quotable lines. I was a huge fan of The Critic, so I would pay $150 to get it. It stinks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting with a curtain. He's losing his mind, and I'm reaping all the benefits. Lovitz has got some great lines.
He does, true. Do you remember that we joked about you using Cameo and hiring Bret the Hitman Hart to promote all your shows?
Yeah, then someone started doing that, and then that became a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like we joked about it,
yes.
and then it became a thing because people started doing it. It was a good idea, and I should have done it. But once again, I said something that could have been of value in jest and pissed it away.
Maybe we'll find one this time that we'll follow through on.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny. Hey, how is it? Is it strange that your name pops up now in articles about the Miami Dolphins' new head coach?
Fucking go, McDaniel. Go, McDaniel. Yeah, it's cool, man. My buddy from middle school took over as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
What a small world.
He was the offensive coordinator of the 49ers, which was surreal. I grew up a 49ers fan my whole life.
Yeah.
In Denver.
Yeah.
Became friends with Mike in Aurora, where we grew up. And then he became a coach for the 49ers and worked up the ranks to offensive coordinator. And I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
So when he took the job, I was ecstatic for him and bummed he left the 49ers. I was like, one more season. Come on, man. But, I mean, he got an opportunity he couldn't pass up. So
I love the fact that what was it doesn't matter. One of these stupid websites wrote this. Did you see
Deadspin.
that?
Deadspin wrote an article about how he's just another white boy.
Just another white boy getting a job. He might be in over his head.
Yeah, then they
looks more like Rivers Cuomo.
Yeah, they didn't realize he was part black.
It's amazing.
Very funny. It's very funny. It was like one of those things that I think 6 years ago would have been like a whoa, and in 2022 you're like, hey, it goes up and goes down.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck it. But man, I've learned about bookmarking tweets where you can like bookmark a tweet and it stays in a folder.
Okay.
And so I love watching McDaniel's press conferences and shit, and I love watching like I follow the Dolphins. I follow Dolphins shit now because I want him to do great. And now I'm bookmarking tweets when people are talking shit. We're like, this guy sucks. I give him a season, and I'm like, bookmark, because my spiteful ass is gonna, with fingers crossed, hope that McDaniel makes a deep playoff push.
Yeah.
And turns the Dolphins around, and then retweet that and be like, what's up, motherfucker? Like I'm waiting. I'm like long-term spiteful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how much I love McDaniel. That's how well I want him to do. Is I'm like saving because it happened with the 49ers. The 49ers this past season weren't doing well. I think they were something like 3-5, and everyone was kind of like, oh, they're done for the season. Like, they're not good. And we lost to the Cardinals. The 49ers lost to the Cardinals for the second time, and there was all these tweets that were like, put a wrap on the 49ers. Put a wrap maybe on Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco. Yeah. This team sucks. It's Trey Lance time. They just need to move forward, maybe with a new coach. So I was saving all these tweets. And then as we were marching down, we beat the Cowboys, beat the Packers, got to the NFC Championship game, and I was like, come on. And I was just going to unleash all these tweets. And then we lost to the Rams, and I was like, fuck. I had to go through and unbookmark them, but I was like, I fucking knew it.
You have no idea how close you were to getting it.
I was going to fucking burn your ass, dude. I was getting so close to burning your ass.
You're a good friend, Dan.
It's insane. Mike's worked his ass off. Mike started being a coach when we were 22. I was living in Tucson with my buddy Chad, who Mike grew up with as well, and we were blown away that he was a coach at 22.
Yeah.
Like, he was with the Broncos in 2005 when they lost the AFC Championship game to the Steelers. That was the Steelers-Seahawks Super Bowl. And he went down to Houston with Gary Kubiak, and Chad and I were living together in Tucson, and he would call us. This was like pre-texting. He would call us and tell us stories, and we're like, dude, you know Ron Dane?
Right?
You know Ron Dane? He's like, I coach him. And we're like, we're the same age as him. And he's like, I know. It's fucking crazy. He was coaching guys older than him.
Yeah.
As like a quality control coach. And then just to see him work his ass off and get, Falcons to the Super Bowl. He got the 49ers to a Super Bowl, and now he's the head coach of the Dolphins. It's been like, fuck yeah.
That's so cool.
It's very fun. Very fun to cheer on for him.
That is so cool. And now you'll be going to probably a game or two in Miami.
Yeah, man, they're on the East Coast, which is, when I would go to Niners games, it was like a thing. I'd, stay at their house and stuff because you're flying cross country. But now it's like Miami's a fucking 2.5 hour flight.
Yeah, nice.
Just get on the plane and go down them and watch them play a team I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Because they play the Niners next season, and I love you, McDaniel, but that week it's go Niners.
The loyalty sticks with the Niners.
100%.
Even over your friend.
Don't put it like that.
Even over your friend you've known since childhood.
I didn't share shit with my father except this team, so I feel like that's like my family crest is like the 49ers logo. Like, I feel something when I see that logo. I can't do that. I tried in the Broncos because my mom loves the Broncos. Her whole family's from Colorado, and I grew up there, and they're fun. I could cheer for them.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot in my heart for the 49ers, but I have a soft spot in my heart for the Broncos, but 49ers are,
you talk about being from Colorado, Aurora.
Yeah.
Occasionally. And
shout out Chambers and Hamden.
I occasionally will do a search of people's hometowns to see if what's going on in Aurora? Maybe there's something interesting. Right?
Yeah, how many fucking shooting articles did you have to get past?
Well, honestly, that's all there was. So you're right. However, I found something out of those shooting stories that I'm going to ask you about. Okay?
Sweet.
3 teenagers are being tried as juveniles, blah, blah, blah. The boys told police they armed themselves in preparation for a fight with Boner Boys gang members.
Hell yeah, dude.
Boner Boys. There's a gang in Colorado called the Boner Boys.
Get ready for some merch, dude, because I'm gonna have to go back to Aurora and rep their set. Whoever the Boner Boys are.
What do you think their hand sign is?
Dude, I don't know, man. But if you were the soft cocks and you came in to move their territory, if you were the fucking, you're like, dude, the soft cocks are just taking all the corners.
Be careful when you Google Boner Boys later.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely Googling Boner Boys. Honestly, I might even watch what pops up. I don't know. I'm bored. I'm in Minneapolis. It's cold here. I don't know how I'm going to warm my fire tonight. Yeah. But
I will tell you that I even searched Boner Boys Colorado, and still some of the results were
gay
were
porn.
Things that I wouldn't.
It was gay porn. The funny part is, McDaniel and I were friends in 7th grade and 8th grade. Kind of to tie that together. Sorry for that burp. I've been wolfing coffee. We were the bottom 2 of the group of our friends because like we hung out with like the skater kids, but neither one of us. We were both we were both posers. We were both like we both had like BMX bikes, but didn't BMX, and we just hung out with the kids that skateboarded.
I remember those kids.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
And we were bottom of the group. Everyone else was so much cooler and like confident, and McDaniel and I were kind of dorky and weird. But the group was called like Pimp One Crew, and they were like really trying to take themselves seriously. This is like maybe 8th grade, freshman year, and they're like, fucking Pimp One Crew, dude. You know what you got to do to get in this thing? And McDaniel and I were such pussies that we were like, I don't know. I don't want to do that. They're like, go smash and grab this fucking 7-Eleven. And you're like, no. Yeah, I think we're going to go play Sega. It was just like kind of that thing.
Yep.
But I talked about it on the Bonfire, and there's been a couple like Dolphins tweets where someone's responded and been being like, good luck getting tickets to this Pimp One Crew. And it's just such a thing that makes me laugh. It's such a payoff. Because, by the way, all those guys that were in that group, I'm still friends with and talk to via social media. And they're like adults now, and it's something fun to laugh at.
Yeah.
You know, like my buddy Mitch Clary, who was legitimately funny. Like, you remember growing up, and you're like, he was always funny when we were little. And he, like, it's fun for him to be like, dude, I fucking listen to your show. And you're like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Because you're like, in 8th grade, I was kind of scared of you, but you're also cool. So it's like, it's fun.
Were there T-shirts as part of that group?
No, I don't think they ever got T-shirts made. But they always were, man, they had cigarettes. And, I mean, I loved cigarettes back then. And you just fucking, it was like, you weren't part of the preppy group.
Yeah.
Those were like the preppy kids were like the cool kids, but then these kids were cool, but on a different level. And then we were at the bottom, and then McDaniel and I were just at the bottom, just going to get candy and turning the doors off at Albertsons. We used to go turn
the doors off.
Yeah, you know, automatic doors at grocery stores. There's like a switch on top. If you flick it to the bottom left, it'll turn it off. And so we would go and then just sit on the side by the soda machines and walk into the
glass door.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was big fun, dude. Big fun in 8th grade. McDaniel and I would ride our bikes up to Albertsons over on Smoky Hill and Buckley and turn off the door. Turn off the doors. I watch people. Dude, I remember this toddler was in a shopping cart and the mom was pushing it, and we were like, oh. We're like outside grabbing each other, and she fucking hit that door and that kid flopped.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We used to play kickball in the Albertsons, like in the aisle. Like with those big balls, you know, that were in those.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd take it out and kick it, and I fucking rocked the sign, and it came halfway off, and we were like, ah! And like, you know, we're just like, we were the bottom of their group, and we were still problems. Like, we didn't have the internet, you know, there was nothing to do.
I'm telling you. My buddy and I once got escorted out of a Toys R Us from doing something similar, like goofing off so much. I remember putting on they had plastic fireman hats.
Yeah.
And we were both doing impressions of Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
That rules. Jim Carrey rules. It was fun just to fuck around, and that's kind of all we did. And like me and McDaniel and our friend Byron, like we'd just kind of go around, and so it's weird that he's running an NFL team.
Yeah.
He's the head coach.
Will he be a guy that they say, he never leaves the building, he's sleeping, yeah?
Yeah, like 100% I will tell you, more so than they'll ever tell you, like, he could fucking yell at you and get you. He's like, that. He's going to show everybody what hard work is. Like, during the football season, even now that he's a head coach, I toss texts out like, I might get one back in 5 days.
Yeah.
I might get one back in 3 months. It was kind of cool in San Francisco because I worked the Punchline a lot, and I'll be there in March working Cobb's. And that was fun because it's March, and I was like, oh, he'll be off the season.
Yeah.
But they moved him next day. He was living in South Florida.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be a bummer because it used to be fun to have him come out to the shows, and then he's off. He's not like in coach mode. He's just, you know, my buddy.
Is there a good club in Miami?
I hate comedy in Miami, so I will not be there. Sorry. I'm sorry, South Florida. Tampa's the closest I'll come.
I've heard, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I feel like I've heard people rip on how bad Miami crowds are.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I don't know what it is. It's me. It's me. I suck. I'm sorry.
Is it Sam Morril I've heard rip on Miami?
I think he ripped on another place.
Yeah, maybe
Florida's easy to rip on.
Sure.
But I feel that way about I don't feel like I have the best shows in Phoenix. Hot cities. I don't know. I don't do well there.
Oh, fuck that.
I'm like potato soup. You can't have it in like 98-degree weather.
No.
Then you're like, what is this? But I come to Minnesota and you're like, this is hearty. This is warm.
We're all about hearty.
I'm going to dip some bread in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go to Miami and they're like, I want ceviche.
Oh, no. Bring the extra rolls. Let's go.
Miami likes comics who are jacked and they have their shirt unbuttoned. And they're like, what's up with only coming twice in a night, you know? It's like when I fuck, I want to fuck. And I'm like, hey, guys, you ever wonder why intimacy stops you from coming sometimes? And they're like, this is too deep. I don't like this.
I got one final question for you.
One final
question. Where did I put it here?
No. Why are you gay? That'd be great. I'm like, oh, man, what a cool reveal. Why do you suck?
You have 10 seconds to defend yourself. Why do you suck?
Yeah.
This bumper sticker I saw the other day, I want your thoughts on it. Don't stroke it, ram it. It's on the back of a Ram truck.
I would hope so.
Don't stroke it, ram it.
It really loses its luster if it's on like a fucking Chevy or if it's on just like a Hyundai.
Yeah.
Hyundai.
Volkswagen Beetle.
I mean, anytime anyone's like trying to put a bumper sticker on like that, you're like, go to therapy.
You know what? It actually wasn't a bumper sticker. It's one of those that goes in the window in the back, so it's even bigger and more visible. Don't stroke it, ram it.
Dude, we were...
Ram it!
My girlfriend and I took a vacation out on like in the Hamptons in the winter because, you know, a little bit of a secret. If you Airbnb a house in the Hamptons in January, it's very cheap because it's dead of winter and that's a beach town.
Sure.
So you're going in off season. So that was our plan is we'll get a fun, cool house that we don't feel crazy. It's like not crazy expensive.
Yeah.
But so we found this place out on Long Island and we were driving home after the weekend, and there was this lady, and she had like all these bumper stickers, and it was like this. It was the longest bumper sticker I've ever seen. It was on the back window, and it said, "This mama proud American is raising lions, not sheep."
Oh, boy.
And you're like, and then we pulled up, and it was like exactly what you thought, like chin to tits, just no neck, just being like Oakley's on. Being like, I stand for my anthem. And you're like, yeah. It's so, so funny.
If you can get yourself from behind the wheel.
It's just your kids, you're not raising lions. You're raising entitled little shits.
Yeah.
That think, you know, raising lions? If my mom ever called me a lion, I'd be like, you corny bitch. What are you talking about? You raised a good person.
I have 3 daughters. Does that mean I have lionesses?
Yeah, dude, you got little chitaras.
Chitara.
Watch out, I'm a chitara daddy. I raised chitara. Yeah, everyone sucks.
Hashtag Chitara dad.
Chitara dad. Can't be mad at me. Sorry, I exposed myself to a woman when I was 22. Can't get mad at me. Chitara dad.
Boner boys.
Boner boys. Dude, shout out the boner boys. I hope you're not doing anything real terrible, but if you're just like doing some knucklehead shit, shout out boner boys.
If you're just, you know, if the most you're doing, boner boys, is turning the doors off
Dude,
at the grocery
I don't want
store.
this clip to come out and be the thing that just fucking torpedoes me. You're like, do you know they were human traffickers? They were human trafficking. They were coyotes bringing people in from Mexico. And I'm like, fucking boner boys. And like, they're Aryan fucking human traffickers. Fuck. Pitbull and crew for life. I never got initiated. Shit.
You're in too deep now, man. You might as well be one of the boys.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, gang life. Not really. Not at all. I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy that don't want to hurt nobody.
Oh, so funny. So we should wrap this up. People have got. Well, actually, can't even. I think every show's sold out, right?
Hell yeah.
We already sold them out, Dan. Or you already sold them out, I should say. So congrats.
I think it's the city of Minneapolis just wanting to see a good show.
Damn right. Well, you know, Supercross is in town tomorrow. You got to think that there's
I'm impressed that I'm sold out with Supercross because honestly,
No.
I was here in 2017 and the fucking X Games were here, and that's where I wrote that joke that was in my HBO special about my friends having X Game voices.
Get out of here.
Yeah, because the X Games was here.
Yeah.
and I was like half selling every show. And I was like, that's my crossover? Is people are like, sorry, dude, can't go see Dan Soder. I got to go see the fucking dirt bike triple backflip.
Well, the good news is
fuck you, motocross rules. Good for them.
people can do both tomorrow.
All right.
Supercross is in the afternoon on Saturday. Dan Soder 2 shows later than that.
All praise Fox Racing.
Well, do you want to say one more thing? So I watched, by the way, Son of a Gary, if people haven't seen that, on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Our
recommend
special.
that. Very funny. And one of my favorite parts, so when I watched it recently, I had I put the closed captioning up.
Yeah.
And one of the times I don't remember the line, but they put in parentheses, Aurora voice.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
You're doing a line mocking people
doing-
from your town, and it says Aurora voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the voice I'm doing. My friends, the guys in middle school, 1 or 2 of them had it, but it was always the outside people, the peripheral people that would come hang out with that group. That you'd be like, damn, you've got X Games voice. They're like, what's up, Soder? What's up, Oder? That's what they would always call me. What's up, Oder? Dude, fucking look at Oder's big ass head. And you'd be like, all right. Fuck you, dude. Dude, my dad died, and I was getting off the bus, and one of those guys' brothers just lit me up with a fucking paintball gun. I had this 49ers starter jacket that I wore all through high school. It was a zip up. It wasn't a pullover. It was like this long, dark red zip up.
Oh, yeah.
And I fucking remember getting out of the bus in winter and just got fucking like, tuk, 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 like with like paintballs. And I was just fucking bummed. And I just like, ugh. And I started walking home, and I just remember hearing that voice going, what's wrong with Oder? And the other kid goes, his dad died, dude. And they were like, oh, sorry, man. And I was like, yeah. All right, later, guys.
No.
Is that a bummer? I think it's funny. Is that too bummer of a story? I thought it was really funny that, like, you light up a kid with paintballs, and he's just too bummed about his dad being dead that he doesn't even give you, like, the fuck you guys. He's just like, yeah, man. I don't know. Life seems to be doing that to me
I
recently.
don't know. Shoot me again if you want.
God, it's just nice to feel. Yeah, man. It
Come on, Soder.
Hey, Oder, dude. Hey, Oder, he's like Springsteen wrote in Atlantic City. Everything dies, maybe someday comes back. I don't know. All right. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say to you, bro.
This is the perfect ending. Thank you, Dan.
Nice fucking emo ending.
I'm sorry that my dad died. What do I do?
And then you guys are like, all right, later. Meanwhile, I got the Boner Boys hot on my case.
Shout out Boner Boys.
Shout out Boner Boys, dude. Until I find out you're doing really terrible stuff,
Yep.
shout out Boner Boys.
Yep, this one's for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until it's all above ground, if it's all above board, shout out Boner Boys.